Some guns. I'm a right hater. Guns. More guns. More guns. Raining guns.
We got green now.
None of that. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Let's Get Live. I'm J.
I am your Miss Parker.
With Ted Cruz yet.
No. We won't be done with him today, but we're going to have to be done with him because coming up after this is Florida Man, and that takes all. So,
a little bit of Trump, a little bit of Mark Meadows. So Adam Lanza at Sandy Hook, he just shot his way through the door. I gave Miss Parker a lesson on what's called a breaching round.
Is that what he did? Or did he? He probably didn't even need that.
I mean, he says he shot his way through a window, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I mean, safety, bulletproof glass, really? I mean, bullet resistant glass is a thing. And I imagine a handful of slugs through one of those things is going to make a hole.
Okay, so
but he could just blow the lock.
Is that an instance where somebody was shooting through windows before he breached the building? Is that what he did?
Well, that's how he gained entry. And I imagine he used the shotgun as a breaching tool.
Okay, so he shot his way through a window. Okay, so Ted Cruz isn't completely insane to think of bulletproof glass as
a way. You're talking about Florida Man glass.
Yeah, you would need Florida Man glass.
You need level Florida Man glass. So yeah, but then he goes on to say, you're talking about Ted Cruz, right? You're talking about Ted Cruz. I said this before. Read that off.
Top 20 recipients. This is from the NRA. Yeah. Number 1, Ted Cruz,
Texas.
$311,151.
And then it goes Arizona, Louisiana, Devin Nunes from California. Where are you at, bastard? Of course, Nevada, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Missouri, Georgia, Utah, Montana, I'm guessing that.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona. I mean, wait, is it Arizona twice? It's Arizona twice.
Yeah, it should be. Because
of course it is. And Texas twice, and Montana twice, Pennsylvania, and then
Texas, North Dakota and West Virginia, of course.
And then Texas again. You gotta love it. So the NRA is funneling money. As a matter of fact, I believe it comes out to be that that like something like 90% of their money that the NRA puts up goes to Republicans. And there they are again. Kentucky, Rand Paul.
Those are much smaller numbers.
Louisiana.
What's the difference between those two? Because
they just spread them out a little more
over time.
I guess, I don't know.
Oh,
it's a lot. I think it's the difference between the Senate and the House.
No. It had both.
Dan Crenshaw, where are you at, man? I wanted to see you throw that NRA money away, man. Like, ugh, dude, you can't.
Kevin
where
McCarthy.
Are you at? I'm interested to see what Dan Crenshaw has to say because I'm kind of on the fence about that dude. But he is a Republican from Texas, so I mean, shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Is that the one that the cut called Eye Patch McCain?
Yeah, that's right. Because that's what a civilized human does. Oh God. Okay, so that's that.
Okay, so are we going to talk about Trump?
Let's do it.
Okay, so of course, not
Trump, not Trump either. Close enough.
I don't think we have. Yeah, there
Trump.
You go.
A work.
I think we got some Trump up there. We got plenty of Trump.
Could be Mike Pence. I don't know.
A lot of the dirt around 1/6, of course, is coming out now. And
Trump expressed like your dog's anal glands.
Yes, he expressed
and
it.
How came Mike Pence?
Yes, he expressed his anal glands were expressed by his veterinarian.
Something milky white spilled out,
and it was he dubbed it Mike Pence. So Trump expressed support for hanging Pence during Capitol riot. Of course. The select panel has heard that after Hang Mike Pence chants broke out, the then president expressed support for the prospect of hanging his number 2. Oh, I'm sure he did that many
15
times.
flushes.
Yeah. Never mind, just hang it.
How many flushes does it take to flush a Pence?
Just hang my number twos.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I love how it said number 2, 3 people told.
I know.
What,
Jan-
you 3 people is what you needed? 3 shall be the number of the counting.
That's how many it took to hang his number twos.
Mm.
The January 6th Select Committee has heard testimony indicating that then President Donald Trump, after rioters who swarmed the Capitol began chanting, "Hang Mike Pence," expressed support for hanging his vice president, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. The White House chief of staff at the time, Mark Meadows, who we're going to get to later next, was in the dining room of the Oval Office. Excuse me. With Trump at one point during last year's Capitol attack, the committee has been told. Meadows then left the dining room and
hang Mike Pence today.
And informed other people nearby that Trump had signaled a positive view of the prospect of hanging the vice president, the panel heard. Okay, I want to hear what he said. Meadows' account, as it was described to the committee, came after some members of the mob converging on the Capitol had broken into chants of "Hang Mike Pence." Those chants were a reaction to Pence's decision to accept electoral votes that indicated Joe Biden had won the presidency.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Here, that's what I meant.
I actually told him I'd let him live.
Okay, so scroll down there. I want to see how it actually
Plays out.
A testimony about Meadows' account represents some of the committee. Wait, go.
A testimony.
Here, let me
right
do
here.
it.
You're right here.
I think I might need to go up.
testimony about
I need to
Meadows.
go up. I need to go up. Let's see. A member of Meadows' legal team who declined to be named told Politico that the account is totally incorrect regarding Meadows. Okay. Go down.
That's what I did.
Okay.
The testimony about Meadows' account represents. That's where you're at.
Okay. I thought there was a spot where it said something about what actually happened
okay.
when. Okay. Okay, so then Trump sent out a tweet that says, "Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country," he said, igniting a fresh wave of anger among the crowd that had breached the Capitol.
You got to protect that country.
Trump's tweet arrived 10 minutes after rioters had first broken into the Capitol through a Senate wing window that was not Florida man strength glass.
Yeah, hey, what? You can't, you talk about hardening every one of the, what, I don't know, 280,000 schools that there are, that you can't even harden your own house? Better harden that heart, Ted Cruz. Better swallow those tears.
The tears that he has to manufacture. It was posted 4 minutes before Pence arrived at the secure Capitol location, where he holed up with his security team for hours.
Yeah. And he said, "I'm not getting in that car." Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust Trump.
Nope.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, some ne'er-do-wells got to him, I guess. Mike Pence hung. Man, can you imagine if that would have happened? It would have been amazing. No, it would have just been like ironic, first of all, but
that would have been shocking. But
what happened wasn't enough.
Well, I mean, it kind of would have, I think it would have galvanized a lot. I mean, I think it would have emboldened a lot of people, but it also would have galvanized a lot of people on the fence who would have said, okay, these guys are fucking insane.
I would have traded any one of those cops' lives for Pence's.
Oh, me too. Me too. Absolutely.
Saved one of their lives. I would have been like, and I'm not a cop guy.
And they're fucking idiots if they think, even if they succeeded in killing Mike Pence, that's going to stop the vote from happening. I mean,
yeah, this is so amazing. Just this picture where it's just like, dude, this guy wants to kill me. This guy wouldn't have cared if I would have died. But then again, he wouldn't have cared if anybody died. He would have just played it up. It was funny because I was listening to 4 living presidents' speeches about mass shootings and how it was always just you can literally lay them over the top of each other, which I may do. I've got a good supercut of them.
That's a
laying
good
over. They
thing to
say
do.
exactly the same thing. And, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, because they're not gonna. They know nothing's gonna
You're gonna
change.
hang Mike Pence? Like, that's gonna change anything.
Exactly.
It's not gonna change a
Exactly.
goddamn thing.
It's just gonna
I like
galvanize one side and then make the other side more convinced that that side's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. He reached for comment. Mike Pence said,
I'm Joe White.
he changed his name to Joe White.
Yeah, so that Trump can't find him.
All
It's
right.
witness protection. Okay, so speaking of Mark Meadows, more dirt that's coming out. This is from the Insider. Mark Meadows burned documents after meeting with GOP congressman.
You don't say.
Former aide testifies to the January 6th committee.
You don't say.
Well, at least he didn't flush him.
I was gonna say, it wasn't 15 flushes.
One
He's
of-
like, look, Trump, it's one match. He's like, what's a match?
That's what I get when I'm on Tinder, but not very often.
You don't want to put a match in a tinderbox.
That's what I read. That's what I saw on YouTube. One former White House chief of staff, Mark Meadows' former aides, threw him under the bus.
The rest have to say.
Yeah, and testified to the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th riot that she witnessed her boss burn documents after meeting with a Pennsylvania congressman seeking to help President Trump turn over his 2020 election loss. That's not good for Mark Meadows. The testimony came...
It's a real fire and water situation. You got one asshole trying to flush documents. You got one guy trying to burn them.
Yeah.
A bong of ice and fire.
There you go. The testimony... Oh, God, in that scenario, I'm Trump. Fuck you, man. The testimony came from former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson and was first reported by Politico. She told the committee she saw Meadows incinerate documents after a meeting in his office.
That's a very inflammatory word.
Oh.
Incinerate.
With Rep. Scott Perry, according to the report. Meadows' meeting with Perry came in the weeks after the election per Politico, but it remains unclear which specific documents the then chief of staff scorched. Of course, because he burned them.
Duh.
Perry's office and lawyer for Meadows did not immediately respond.
Hard-hitting reporting here.
Just the facts, ma'am. Politico's source was described as familiar with the testimony and requested anonymity to detail the events. Reporters Betsy Woodruff Swan and Kyle Cheney noted that they couldn't independently confirm that Meadows burned the papers after meeting with Perry. Perry, whose district covers the area around Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, is the
new pope was
chairman.
elected.
That's where there was the monkey. Is that Harrisburg?
I think so.
Kitty.
Near there. Yeah.
The most Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is the
They're
chairman.
like, what's that smell? Smells like
House
something's
Freedom
burning. They're like,
Caucus.
it's Harrisburg. What do you want? Harrisburg's on fire.
No, it's Mark Meadows burning his documents from his meeting with Perry.
Perry, the guy that ran for president once.
No, that was Rick.
Okay.
The Select Committee has subpoenaed Perry and asked him to testify over his alleged efforts to install a Trump loyalist as Attorney General in an effort to try to overturn the election. Perry has
expect to have to issue subpoenas?
Yeah, we do. And Perry has objected to having subpoenas issued.
Expect to have to issue subpoenas? Subpoena.
We're going to subpoenas and going to them early.
Do you expect to have to issue subpoenas?
Rick Perry, the smartest man in the world. Last time I checked, anyway.
Rick Perry?
Yeah, is that what he said?
Rick Perry is the guy that ran for president.
Yeah,
he was the governor of Texas.
Oh, that's different Perry?
Yeah, different. This is a
another Perry.
This is a representative in Pennsylvania.
Man, I get my Cheneys and my Perrys all mixed
back
up. Look, you're talking about cherries. I'm sorry. You're talking about Cheneys and Perrys.
Just scroll up.
My peonies and cherries.
Scroll up. Okay, Scott Perry.
Oh, wow. A lot of Perrys running around.
Yeah, it's a common name.
I guess, if you're a congressperson or you're in Washington. A lot of common names in Washington.
Well, Rick, yeah,
Oh,
Rick Perry
hey,
wasn't
nobody
in
got
Washington.
time for that.
Oh yeah, Rick Perry was on Trump's executive committee. He was like environmental secretary of something. Oh yeah, okay. So you're getting anxious. I can
A
tell.
little bit.
Yeah, you're
Running
ready
out of
for
time.
Florida Man.
Yep, we'll be back in a moment with Florida Man. No ads today. I'm not running ads on shows about mass shootings and stuff.
Yeah, that's a really
I'm just
good point.
Anyway, I am the J Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
And this
Is Nothing Yet Live, and that is a Florida Man.